Hey, welcome back to the 5-Minute Strategist. Today I want to know how you're dealing with the balancing act of all the different interests in your small business. Finding harmony between your own aspirations plus those of any of your employees or your customers is critical to a successful strategy in your business. We know that in our small businesses, everybody else's interests come at us from all different directions. You have your vision, the core of your strategy, and your own personal goals. Then you have your team where each individual has their own goals and aspirations as well. And then along come your customers whose needs can be as many as there are customers. And each of these interests carries weight and influence in your business. But we tend to think of them in isolation. Or if we consider how they're connected, we tend to think of the connection in a really linear way. So you are connected to your customer. You are connected to your team. Or maybe your team is connected to your customer. But actually, it's a much more complex ecosystem. So every element affects every other element. It's a web of connections within another web of connections. So if you think about your team, they're not just connected to you or to the customers, they're connected to each other, and each individual is connected to different customers, and those customers can be connected to each other. So understanding these dynamics are at play helps you to see how every decision is creating a ripple through your business. As your business grows, it's easy for you to get lost in the day-to-day. You can lose sight of why you started in the first place. Maybe you can barely even remember. You need to be regularly assessing whether your business is on a path that fulfills you. Are you leveraging your strengths? Are you excited about the work you're doing? If the answer is no, you're going to feel out of balance, and it might be time for you to reevaluate and adjust some things. If we think about your team, employee happiness, employee satisfaction, employee well-being are buzzwords that we're hearing a lot at the moment. But they go beyond that because your team is on the front line. They are the ones that you are saying, please go and implement my vision. So their well-being is tied to the well-being of your business. So we want to make sure that they're happy in a way that aligns with your business goals. And this means we need to listen to them. We need to create a space where they can tell us their ideas, where they can voice their concerns. We need to invest in them, whether that's providing training or whether it means you working with them to develop them so that they can also advance in their career. And sometimes all it takes is a little bit of recognition. A simple thank you or a well done can go a really long way. When your team feel valued and supported and part of something bigger, they're more engaged and productive and more likely to stay with you long term. There is tons of research around this. So don't think of it as a buzzword. No matter how lean and mighty your team is, in order for the business to feel balanced, we have to be thinking about their interests as well. When we're trying to align the business and our customers, we're looking for the win-win, where the customer gets something that's good for them, but it's also creating something good for our bottom line. This means we need to make sure that whatever we're selling actually meets the needs of our customers as they are now. Remember, our customers may have evolved. Have we evolved with them? We can look for ways to add value that doesn't reduce profits. It could be tweaking a feature. It could be improving customer service. It could be a surprise and delight element that you add. You need to understand how your business interest serves your customers' interests, because when those two interests align, that's when you get sustainable growth. If you think about when you're physically trying to balance is not a static activity. You constantly have to be moving and adapting. Your body is actually actively keeping you in balance. And in the same way, this balance that you have in your business requires active attention. You need to keep an eye on feedback loops that you have from your customers and your employees so that you're getting the insights that tell you it's time that you need to shift in strategy or rebalance the priorities that you have. And what you'll find is that just like when you're physically balancing and you need to make small adjustments all the time, in your business, it's those small strategic tweaks that keep the business grounded. Balance ensures that all the critical areas in your business receive the attention that they deserve. We're trying to find a sweet spot where your passion meets the business's needs, that creates an environment where your employees can show up and be creative and stand out without compromising operations, all coming together to this beautiful balance that helps to prevent burnout for you and your team. And that then gives you that foundation that you need for sustainable growth.